Okay, it is right around 1:20 p.m. on Sunday, May 22nd. I made a video yesterday about how there are frequently residents from the building across the street who these people have verifiable mental health issues and criminal histories and severe behavioral problems, as evidenced by the number of sex offenders who are listed in the state sex offender registry as living at the address of the building across the street. And on a regular basis, over the last 5 or 6 years, there have been male residents of that building. They're almost all males, and most of them have prison histories, like they've been in jail, or they're going to jail, or they're in and out of jail, or they have extensive police records. They like to scream things at my windows, and I can't tell exactly which windows the screaming is coming from. There used to be a sex offender who, from those windows right there directly across, and he used to, I knew it was him. He used to scream stuff across at my windows every time I tried to use my toilet. He would say that he'd just seen me naked. He no longer seems to live in those two windows that are directly across right there. I don't know if there's anybody in there right now. Those windows have been dark for a couple of months, and his screaming has stopped. I knew it was him. But now that he's no longer in that room or in those windows, somebody else has been screaming stuff at my windows regularly. And just now, about 5 minutes ago at 1:15 p.m., some creep was screaming, "Hey, bitch! Hey, bitch! Hey, bitch!" And by bitch, they mean me. I'm probably one of the few females living in the building where I live, and I'm the only white female. So if it's, hey, white bitch, or hey, bitch, or crazy bitch, it's usually me that they're referring to. And they like to tell me that they can see my naked ass, or they can see what I'm doing in here. I see you, I see your ass, blah, blah, blah. That was happening yesterday afternoon after I tried to use my bathroom. Some creep somewhere in this building or out on the sidewalk, I couldn't really tell, was repeatedly screaming really loud that he'd just seen my naked ass. And this happens almost every day. They tell me that they can see what I do in here, and I used to think they were crazy and just making stuff up. But now I realize, after 7 years of dealing with this, that there are some kind of surveillance devices in and around my living space, because somebody keeps breaking and entering into my unit without breaking down the lock or damaging the door. They seem to have some kind of either a key, although I've changed the locks, so it can't really be a key at this point. But they're obviously good at picking locks and getting in when I'm out for the day. And when I come home, stuff has been moved around, or the door is unlocked. Somebody left it unlocked. I don't leave the door unlocked. That kind of thing. And you could tell things have been rearranged, or somebody deliberately moved stuff so that you know that it was moved. That kind of thing. They leave like a little calling card. They leave things, not where you put them deliberately. One time I found a nail in the middle of my bed. I would never put a nail in the middle of my bed, and there's nothing hanging from the ceiling. So it's not like the nail fell from the ceiling. So just now, I'm just recording this because it keeps happening. Some creep across the street was screaming at my windows that they can see what I do in here. And they use different words. They don't say the way I say it. They use obscene commentary and dirty, gross comments. So I'm not going to repeat that. But they basically tell me they can see what I do in here. And I've always suspected that somebody who keeps somehow managing to enter this unit intermittently is placing surveillance devices in really weird places, like on the curtains. So there's something called micro dot surveillance devices, which are literally a micro dot. If you see it, you don't think it's an actual image capturing camera or device. It looks like a dot. It's like the size of a ballpoint pen tip. And I've actually seen documentaries on TV about micro dot surveillance devices. They're actually pretty widely used in places where there's like ATMs, and you want to see like the keypad of the ATM to capture people's PIN numbers and stuff like that. So microdot devices are commonly known, and somebody in this building has some kind of access to this kind of technology. You can probably get it on Amazon, and they place them on, you can place them on fabric, on plastic, on ceramics, anywhere you want, really. They're sticky and they seem to stay where they're put. So obviously, that's what's happening right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep getting shouted at by these creeps across the street who scream things at my windows. There's nobody out on the street. It's been completely silent all morning. And when they're screaming, "Hey, bitch, I can see your ass," in less polite terms, it's usually at my windows or at me. Like